During the Second World War, Allied forces were fighting for the liberation of Nazi-occupied Europe, and there were many bombing crews stationed in the English countryside from where they would make the short trip over the English Channel to bomb strategic sites like industrial complexes. One night, after dropping its load on such a target, the B-17 bomber was returning to England when they were spotted by the enemy's spotlights, and almost immediately the anti-aircraft battery started opening and sending their deadly barrage of shells towards the squadron of aircraft. And as the bombs started exploding all around the airplane, everyone knew there was a very real chance of them not returning home. Because it was not uncommon for more than half of a squadron to be shot down once they encountered a powerful onslaught like this one. There was no way around it. They just had to push through and hope and pray for the best. But then it happened. They all heard a clear thud as one of the shells hit the body of the bomber. And so they all braced for the explosion. But nothing happened. Then came more thuds as they were hit again and again, on the wings, the body, everywhere, but still no explosions. And then they cleared a field of fire, and they could hardly believe it. They were obviously hit, yet they were still flying. They actually survived. Finally, they made it home with massive holes torn into the B-17 in several places. And as they landed, support staff quickly came to their aid and listened to their tale of seemingly miraculous deliverance. And after a few moments, they found an unexploded shell lodged in the fuel tank. In fact, it turned out to be one of about 12 shells that were lodged in the aircraft. And when they carefully dismantled the shells, they discovered that not one of them contained an explosive charge. They were all empty, except for one, which had a hastily pencil-scribbled note written in the Czech language that simply said, "This is all we can do for you now." Clearly, there were some factory workers who were forced by the enemy to assemble bombs for them. And even though they couldn't resist openly, they did what they could to help. And that seemingly small but incredibly brave action saved at least the lives of this young crew, and possibly many more. So friends, never underestimate the impact one small, seemingly insignificant action could make. And therefore I want to encourage you, make that phone call, write that letter, give that donation. Do what you can do to make a positive difference to the lives of others, because you never know the impact one small action may have on someone else.